So if you've been following our videos over on the Hook Point YouTube channel, you'll know that we've had a bit of a mullet theme going on lately. Now we've had lots of really good comments and questions, and I think I managed to get to most of them, but there's one question that keeps cropping up that I haven't quite managed to answer yet. Well, how do I approach a mullet fishing situation where there's a lot of natural ground bait in the water? Now, we're not talking about an abundance of seaweed fly maggots or a glut of migrating ragworm here. No, we're talking about the kind of mullet food that comes out of a pipe. Sewage. It's no secret that our thick-lipped amigos love nothing more than chowing down on the brown, so naturally, sewage overflows are bona fide mullet magnets. So how do we go about tempting mullet when they've gone into full-on dung junkie mode? After all, a lovely soft flake of white hovis is sure to be mistaken for a piece of toilet paper and ignored. No, in these situations what we really need to do is match the hatch and give the mullet what they really want. Now, if you thought bread was a difficult offering to put on a hook, feces easily pushes it into the number 2 slot. Indeed, baiting up with poo of any consistency is a challenge that's very uncomfortable to pass. Luckily, the mullet are often just as happy with smaller morsels commonly found in the average stool. Sweet corn and carrots can both have their day, but sometimes when the mullet are being particularly finicky, a little bit of creative thinking can go a long way, and something like a lump of undigested steak gristle might just be the answer. So as a final tip, if you really want to catch mullet in these kinds of situations, don't be shy of adding a bit of extra flavour to the mix. Smearing on a bit of your own natural ground bait can convince the mullet to pick your offering out of all the other suspended tidbits. Sometimes this can really be the difference between the mullet anglers who go home with their tail between their legs and the ones that really cover themselves in glory. So don't be scared of getting your hands dirty.
Of course, what we've just shown you is an April Fool's, although it was Ben's, so anyway, it does still touch on a vitally important issue affecting our rivers and estuaries today: raw sewage discharges. Sewage overflow pipes discharged into our waterways on 720,000 separate occasions in the last 2 years. That's spanning a period of 6 million hours. To put that into some perspective, if that was just one sewage outlet pipe running continuously, it would take 685 years to achieve the raw sewage discharges that we've achieved in just 2 years. As anglers, we do have a voice on this matter. The Angling Trust are one of the leading lobbyists of government over these raw sewage discharges. The Angling Trust is now asking all the water company CEOs to voluntarily commit to a date where they will disclose all the information on all of these discharge incidents. That will allow us to focus upgrades, investment and solutions where the biggest issues are occurring. So far, only Thames Water are complying with their obligations under the Environment Act. Why can't all the others do the same? If you want to know what you can do as an individual to obtain the change that our rivers, estuaries and oceans desperately need, check out the link in the video description to the Angling Trust's Anglers Against Pollution campaign. As anglers, we really can have a voice, and we can get the change that we desperately need. There are enough of us. So today, of all days, let's stop having the water companies make fools of us all. Ben, was this the right prop?